So I've seen these videos on YouTube of these catfish that can stay in the mud for weeks on end. Without water, they can just stay in the mud. But if you set a trap, they smell the bait and they climb into it. So I'm going to try and recreate that now. You're coming with me. I've got the boys, look, there keeping up with us. And me and Ethan are riding very slow. Just getting at the farm and back and we'll be alright. Come on boys, come on boys. Me to say it. But the boys are sweating their heads off because it's pretty darn warm. So what we need to do is dig a hole out next to the pond, set some bait. Once you've set the bait, apparently catfish have got a really high sense of smell and they can smell anything, so once the flesh starts rotting, they'll jump straight into the trap. That is the plan anyway. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but we'll soon find out. So I've been on the phone to my dad and he turned around and said I should maybe think about getting a bra. Is anybody else out there putting a considerable amount of calories on? Because they seem to be just sticking onto me at the minute. I don't know what it is. It's the fact that my missus keeps feeding me full of nice food. I'm even lazy enough to go on a bike ride with a scooter. That just says it all, doesn't it? At least the boys have got the right idea. They're actually doing a bit. So I got my little mascot on the back. Ethan's safe and sound. We're doing approximately 7 kilometres. 7 or 8 kilometres an hour, I reckon. The boys don't know how to change gear or the chains come off. Go on boys, pedal, pedal, work that fat off. As you can see where I stay, it's mainly paddy fields and you get the odd motorbike riding past. She wants to be on the camera, that's what it is. She does, I'm telling you, look. Told you. When I started this vlogging, I mean, you know, I haven't been doing it long, to be honest with you. I started the channel because I wanted to keep in touch with my mother and father to show them how the kids are doing. And I've just sort of come on with the videos and what have you, and that's why I started the channel in the first place. But vlogging in public, I'm proper shy about it, to be honest with you. When people come, I sort of put the camera away. Right, we're at the farm already. So that's it, it's a very short motorcycle ride or bicycle ride for the boys. Boys, you can take your masks off, you don't need it here, there's no one about. It's just to show people that you are taking precautions with the new virus that is kicking about. I'm sure you've heard about it before. Right, so this is what we need: equipment, a shovel, a bucket and some beef. I don't even know if this is going to work, but it's to get out the house.
It'd be easier.
I've just been trying to play around with my drone there, try to get it to follow me. I think I failed miserably. Also, I just had to backtrack to get this. There's a shovel they use over here. I know it's not very big and I know what you're thinking, it's going to take you all day, but they're actually quite good. It's actually a bit like a massive chisel, but it works. This is the plan. Somewhere in this there's little fish, but there's also a big fish as well. Turtle? Turtle. There's turtles in here apparently as well. So it's not much of a pond, but it is one. It gets full of catfish in the wet season, but they like to hide in the mud, so there is water in there. So we're going to have to dig this bucket into the land and create a kind of trap and then come back tomorrow. We'll see what it's like. So we've dug a hole deep enough there, now we just need to make a channel. Theoretically, the videos that I've seen, the catfish should sort of crawl the way in, fall into the bucket, and that's it, you've got a few catfish. Only time will tell. We're going to bait it now and leave it overnight and see what happens. Car's a little bit sceptical, so am I, to be honest with you. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but it's worth a try. Get you out the house for a couple of hours. I was told best off because he ran off and tried to get some water out the well alone. Now if it had fell down it, poof, we wouldn't have heard him scream. To the house, Ethan's covered in muck. I like him getting covered in mud and that, rather than just sitting in and watching TV. I mean, you've seen yourself, there's hardly anyone where we are. I mean, look at, and we're only 5 minutes away from the house, literally. The boys are happy, apart from Best. He's always getting wrong him, and it's back home for tea. So Best decided that I didn't want to come today. Got Ethan on the back, myself, and Beam riding a bicycle. Best is a little bugger. You tell him to do something, he just doesn't listen. Beam's a sensible one. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon we've got any fish? Or do you think it's just a no-go? I reckon we'll have a load of crabs, because there's land crabs over here as well. What do you think, Ethan?
A mango.
A mango? Oh yeah, that's correct. We didn't get any mangoes yesterday, we forgot, so Car was a bit disappointed. But there's a tree full of them, so we'll be alright. Good morning everyone, good morning. People looking at me as if I'm mad. Right, I've got to try and get my drone in the air and see if I can get some footage. I tried it yesterday. We were a little bit restricted with the time because the sun was going down. When I get into this open bit over here, I'm going to try something with my drone. It should spin round me. So let's try that and let's have a fly and see what we can come up with, right?
It'd be easier for me if I turn away to flee. Oh, but there's something holding on.
So that should look a little bit better, I hope. I keep hitting something on there. It says you have hit the maximum flight distance. So I need to sort that out, and there's new firmware that needs updating, so I'm going to do that today. That's the well I was talking about. We were right down here. We were right down there, and Bess thought it'd be a good idea to go on his own and get some water. That's why I told him off. Let's check the fish. See if we've got anything in there. The moment of truth. So that's an absolute fail. Not a scrap. Not even a crab. Nothing. You fell down? Climb. Go on, I'm behind you. You need to climb, son. Good boy, that's it. You'll figure it out. Good lad. That's it. Yeah. I thought it looked too good to be true. Car reckons that they've gone, put the bait, stopped the video and then gone and got fish from the market. That might be a good idea, I might do that. I'm going to leave the bait in the traps and I'm going to leave it for another night. Come back tomorrow. Gives you something to do, doesn't it? So I'm going to try and put some water into the actual bucket. Maybe that'll work. Just need to find the bucket. Wherever that is. When you're in Thailand, especially in Nissan up north, it's like going back to how we'd lived back in the UK years ago. A lot of old stuff like open wells and that. I dare say people still use them today, but that's what it reminds me of. Beamish always comes to mind. If anyone knows what Beamish is, it always comes to mind when I'm in northern Thailand. It always seems they're cooking on coals, getting waters from wells, things like that. You put that on the end of the hook. Don't go near the well, it's very dangerous. Bucket of clean water. And that's how we do it. Go on then, jump. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that's it. We've put the water in the bucket. And we need to go back home, get showered and changed.